Yeah.
Greetings.
Sir, I'm afraid I have some bad news. We came across a burnt-out farm near Merhoyed.
Christ! It seems Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
Now this is something else, sir. We found a shield there with a crest. A tricolour star on a blue field.
I know that coat of arms, unfortunately. It's the House of Zul.
There was a letter there, too.
Show it to me. Although I think I already know what it will say.
Here you are, sir.
Unscrupulous beast. Cruelty and malevolence. I challenge you to face me in a duel. Defend your honor. Antinomius Reg. Well, that's nice. Signed, Hagen Zul. As I expected, old grievances coming back to haunt me.
What happened between you and Sir Hagen?
That's a long story.
Well, I'd like to hear the whole story, sir, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well. It began in the first year of King Wenceslas's reign. He sent me to resolve a dispute between the Zuls and a neighbouring house. It concerned land boundaries. The Zuls had refused to accept the ruling of the land court. His Majesty's position was a little shaky after his coronation. So a decision was made in the royal court to take radical action against any dissent in the kingdom. Since the Zul family was defying the king, we were obliged to punish them. Harshly, as the circumstances demanded. The head of the family, Hagen's father, was hanged, their castle razed to the ground and their property confiscated.
So, they're out for vengeance. But you acted according to the law.
Would it were that simple, lad. I was young and didn't realize the repercussions it would bring. For one thing, the king didn't use it to strengthen his position. On the contrary, he took less and less interest in such affairs.
How come?
Because he realized things would eventually sort themselves out. He promoted me to royal hetman, leaving him to pursue other interests. Secondly, my actions essentially created another band of robbers. When you strip a nobleman of his property, you can't expect him to take to begging. And thirdly, I wasn't aware at the time that the other party to the dispute was distantly related to me. Naturally, that made it look like I was acting in self-interest. If I'd known what I know today, I'd have been a lot more circumspect.
This Sir Hagen wants to challenge you to a duel.
Apparently, he still hopes I will agree to this kind of outmoded solution to disputes.
But surely you can't refuse a challenge to a duel. What about your honor?
Henry, my boy, honor is a splendid thing, and it should be held in high regard. But in time, you'll learn that some matters are not so straightforward.
Like this one?
Yes, like this one. The only reason Hagen is challenging me now is that he has a marked advantage. I've served as the royal hetman for the last 15 years and become a courtier. Hagen, meanwhile, was fighting in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia and elsewhere as a mercenary. Which of us do you think would win a duel? That's not honor, but an abuse of honor. Commonplace opportunism. I don't blame him for trying, but I'm not such a fool as to play by his rules.
Well, what...
You and Kuno's band will just have to deal with Hagen and prevent further mayhem.
So you'd fight him, if it came to that?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But maybe there's something else behind this challenge. Maybe it's coin he's after. Who knows?
All right. We'll deal with him, sir.
I'm sure you will, Henry.
I'd like to ask something.
Sure.
What happened?
That's
Well, if I'm to know.
true. So, I hanged the head of the family. Ever since then, they...
But you acted in good.
Yes. Goodbye.
Tell me something.
What do you want to know?
What do you think about...
Well, I'm worried Kuno is underestimating Hagen. I was at the siege of Lansenbach with the both of them, so I know a thing or two about it. Hagen's got all these noble airs and graces. These knights that talk of honor and glory. Kuno reckons they're like lost lambs on the battlefield, and he's usually right. But that Hagen ain't no lamb. He's a cold-blooded killer, by all accounts.
Hey, Henry! I'd like a word with you.
What's it about, Steph?
Ah, Henry, the very man I wanted to see. I heard you got the ring from Dangler and gave it to...
Maybe.
Let's not beat around the bush. I could use your help too. I think the stone has had the ring long enough, if you get what I'm saying.
I'll help you. I've got nothing.
I want to steal the ring from the stone while he's asleep, but that fella sleeps with one eye open. He needs a little help with sleeping soundly. And I've got a feeling you're the kind of man who knows how to arrange that kind of thing.
Supposing I steal it for you.
If you think you can do it.
Stefan,
What is it you want to know, youngster?
what do you think?
I'd say you and Sir Radzig are very fortunate to have Kuno on the job.
Is he?
Dealing with bastards like Hagen Zoll demands both courage...
Hey, Fletch. How does someone become the chief of a band?
You mean, how come we chose Kuno as our leader?
I mean, in general. Like, what do you have to be able to do in that?
Say you have to command respect and prove yourself.
How do you do that?
Well, let's say there's a mercenary by the name of, say, Peter Berman. And this mercenary gets so drunk fortress in the zone, and he gets an arrow in the arse for his trouble.
I pinched the ring from the stone. Here it is.
Well now, Henry, I hope you'll take it as a compliment when I say you're one sneaky fucker. Here's a little something for your trouble.
Hey, Jakey.
Want to get matey, eh? Sure, Henry. What do you want to know?
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
Zul?
His wings and soars towards them. I go after him. I go faster and faster. The closer I get to the riders, the more my sword glows. Roar! I roar like a lion. I hack at the first warrior, and suddenly, everything stops dead. I can see only the sparks flying from my sword as it cuts through the air. Suddenly, the cavalry turns into one massive horned demon. I'm rooted to the spot. The beast
Welcome,
reaches
Henry.
out with its claw towards me, and I wake up.
So, what is it you want me to explain?
Well, what do you reckon the wheat means?
Can you tell?
Why not? That's a very tricky matter. On the other hand,
Like what?
they still like to think of themselves.
You think Hagen...
Well,
Aye. I'd been to see...
So how did he take the news?
Well, he wasn't exactly happy about it.
I can well imagine. I wouldn't want the Zuls plundering my estates either. If I had any.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the area. There's nothing else for it.
That makes sense. I don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him. I'd like to check out the big forest to the north, and then carry on via Ujits.
Sure.
Mount up then, and let's go.
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
same here. What do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll reach Ujits soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man of the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher.
Or both.
Quiet. Listen.
Please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzig, in the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls, You've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well, as our old cook used to say, if you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ah, let them get well soaked, and then go and chop them up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry, but it's caution that'll keep you alive, not chivalrous deeds.
You promise Sir Radzig you protect his fiefdom, and that means his subjects too.
Come on, it's not like their lives are in any real danger. Hagen's men just want a bit of fun.
A bit of fun? Are you fucking serious? You know very well, Kuno, how innocent girls can end up after a bit of fun with animals like that. Well, I for one am not going to sit back and let it happen, even if I have to creep in there myself and try to rescue them.
Oh, all right. It's not the smartest thing to do. But let's go and tackle those fuckers if that's how you want it.
Good. Thanks.
Right. We better try and save those girls from Hagen's brutes. Let's go!
Who wants their back covered?
My right arm is stiff since last night. Cover that side for me.
It's all in the wrist dangler.
Best to take off your gauntlet first, so as not to do yourself an injury.
Still, it's always good to have your helmet well polished before battle.
Thanks for your invaluable advice.
I'll watch your right side there, yeah?
What's going on there? Who's there?
Someone's coming! Everyone, to your feet! Move it! Cunt! Fire! Christ!
ass jump it, fucker!
Good work, lads.
So, where's those damsels we so gallantly rescued?
They took to their heels as soon as they saw the pair of you. Can't say I did.
Wah!
I'll give you a chance to show what you're made of.
You could be. You could be my brother. Listen. Did I call you brother? I would have
Always.
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield. The shield's got the Rickfald crest. A nice piece, handles well, and tough enough to take quite a battering. Then I've got this combat jupon. Not only does it look good, but it'll help keep your skin in one piece.
appeared to me.
Come and fight nicely, so I don't have to start making insults about your kin. Come and fight nicely, so I don't have to start making insults about your kin. Come and fight nicely, so I don't have to start making insults about your kin.
Come and join us. If you don't want wine, you can always have some milk.
There used to
Come
be
and have a bit
this
of a
charlatan
punch-up, Henry.
Colin.
A
Lived
bruise
in a
or
house
two will
on the
put
road
some
to
colour
Banda.
in your
He
cheeks.
claimed he could read people's minds. Then this other charlatan came to town and settled on the other side of the river, and he said he could read minds. And I was thinking, if them two met
We'll
up
just have a
and started
friendly
reading
bout.
each
No
other's
blood,
thoughts,
I promise.
then actually
At least not
they'd
much.
be reading their own thoughts, right? See, because the other fella would be thinking. He'd be...
We'll just have a friendly bout. No blood, I promise. Or at least not much. We'll just have a friendly bout. No blood, I promise. Or at least not much. Come and fight nicely, so I don't have to start making insults about your kin.
Come and join us.
We'll
don't
just
want
have
wine,
a friendly
you can always have some
blood,
milk.
I promise. Or
Great. Only 3 people at the table. I hope no one expects me to tell some entertaining anecdote from my travels. All right, Damon. Take it easy. Just fix your eyes on your own tankard. Like that time in my helmets. Remember how you let on you didn't see that tavern wench? Lovely black hair she had. Like a raven's wing. Don't see that often. Probably a gypsy. She even talks to you. You kept your mouth shut and stared at the table. Didn't say a word. Quiet as the grave. I wonder what her name was.
Let me massage my knuckles a bit with your face, eh? Whiskers to tickle your knuckles. Think you can take me or not?
Come and have a laugh with us. You're too serious.
Hardly, never even talk.
Reckon you can take me on? Me than with Pedder. No whiskers to...
You want to have a scrap?
Scrap? That's putting it in vulgar terms. I want to challenge you to an honourable bout of combat. You've nothing better to do right now anyway.
All right.
You're a man...
Well,
You're very...
I never thought you had it in you.
No, the Jews in Colleen are well off. Too well off. They have no need to go around killing people. Except Jesus. Maybe they poisoned a well. But that one over by St. Bartholomew's, we used to sit there every day. I'd have noticed. The whole fucking Elb stinks. Especially by the mill. But the millmaid's there.
They left us some damn good booze here. And as my old man used to say, The fire of battle must be quenched. Of course, the only battle he was ever in was with Ma. But still, it fits. Anyway, I hope you'll drink with us.
Sure. Why look a gift horse in the mouth?
My words exactly. Me and the lads were just saying how we know nothing about you. Most of the folk around here have hardly been further than the village market. But you must have seen a thing or two.
Have you seen Sasau Monastery?
I've seen it from the outside. A fine building. But at the pace they're going, it'll never be finished.
You could be right. Anyway, I've seen it from the inside.
Like, you were in the courtyard?
Like I was in the cloisters.
Good one. Only the monks are allowed in there.
Exactly.
Come on, Henry. I like a good story, but at least make it believable.
I swear to God. I had to get in there to find a fella who was hiding out amongst the monks.
I see, but they don't take, no offence, every idiot that comes along.
No. You have to be able to read and write, and speak Latin, and sing it, even. Yeah, or at least convince them you can.
You speak Latin?
Sure. Basio sepo volam, qui plagam diligo solam.
I'm impressed. What does it mean?
Something about how you can't trust anyone. I don't know exactly.
You don't have to understand Latin to know that.
Well, it comes in handy if you want to insult a priest, though.
Well, we have a scholar in our midst. And what's it like in the cloisters?
It's like time moves at a different pace there. You pretty much have to do the same thing day in, day out. Get up before dawn, pray in the chapel, eat with the brothers, then go and work in the gardens or the library.
I don't think I can handle that much excitement.
Yeah. It takes some getting used to, all right.
Tell us another.
I was trying to track down these bandits who raided the Neuhof stud farm, and the trail led to Ujitz. I made the acquaintance of the parish priest there.
Oh, I've heard some stories about him. Apparently he's quite a character.
That's putting it mildly. But he does keep his word, and he sure knows how to drink.
A typical man of the cloth, eh?
I don't know about other priests, but Godwin can booze like a master. So we ended up in the local tavern. What can I tell you? Wine, women, and song, you know how it goes. Well, we lost track of time a little, and then the bailiff came barging in and tells us it's past curfew and we're to clear out.
Was he on his own?
No, he had some men with him. I'm not sure how many. It's all a little blurry. Anyway, we explained to him politely that we had no intention of ending our enjoyment. So, after a bit of discussion with the bailiff, we carried on. Next morning, Godwin was as green as a frog and hardly able to walk. And then he realised he had to say mass.
That's a show I'd like to see.
Well, he couldn't do it. So he got me to preach the sermon.
You? Preaching? You're joking.
Well, I did my best. Of course, I wasn't in great shape myself, so I'm not sure what the flock made of it.
Hey, mate! Henry!
Hey,
Want to get made?
Radzig's man! Henry! Henry, I want to have a word with you. Hey, mate! Hey, Henry! I'd like a word with you.
let me guess. It's about that ring?
Yeah. You gave it to Fletch, right?
Yeah.
That's a shame. I had my eye on it. Any idea where he put it? He definitely ain't got it on him.
Sorry, not a clue.
Look here. If you could get it back from him and bring it to me, I'll give you something for your trouble.
Sounds fair enough. I'm looking for the...
Yeah, well,
What don't you know?
where he put it. I don't know.
Jakey, I never even asked you if you knew where he put it, and you're already...
But I promise he's the only one here who treats me right, and I want to keep it that way.
I suppose... Well, how about I offer you...
He's sure to find out. All right, I'll tell you. It's in a nest.
Aha! What nest?
A kestrel's, I think?
Aha! I think you know what I mean.
Well, if you climb on top of that hillock in the camp and look more or less north, you'll see a kind of half-dead tree, and it's on that.
A tricky bugger. Thanks.
Good day, Henry.
I've got the ring.
Here, have a drink yourself, on me.
Thanks. Enjoy. Hey, Jakey.
Want to get matey, eh?
Can we set out?
Sure. We'll head towards Sasau today. Jakey heard at the tavern in Ledechko that someone there saw some unfamiliar horseman.
You think they could be Hagens?
Maybe, maybe not. It's enough that they're not local. Could be the escort of some merchant caravan, of course. Jakey, go and scout ahead. Don't want us running into any surprises. See if there's a good spot for us to camp.
Right, Chief.
What's the matter with Jakey? No back talk.
I gave him a swig of schnapps at supper. Perhaps it made a man of him overnight.
Or that boar piss of yours took away his will to live.
Brother, where are you?
All right, Henry?
I'm coming, brother! Sucker! Catch the horses!
We're on the river bank.
We have to get back to the bank, quick, before they cut us off! Back the way we came! At them! Well landed. You'll get what's for. Come on. Yeba. Coming from both flanks! To the left! God! What now?
I don't know. They could be lying in wait for us anywhere. Someone must have snitched on us. We should split up and get the fuck out of here.
So every man for himself?
Just so.
But you think it was one of the band who betrayed us?
Look around for yourself. Who's missing? Jakey, that's who. I sent him on ahead, and he knows which way we're going. That little fucking Judas! When I get my hands on him, he'll rue the day he was born.
I'll try and track him down.
No, it's too risky.